99% of people never change. Their whole life, they're gonna be the same people. There is a 1% tiny one group that does. But 99% of people, the way they are in grade school is the way they're gonna be in their geriatric days. This is a fact, and then if you try to pretend it's not, you are just fooling yourself and setting yourself up for failure. Don't do that. Yeehaw! I am in Houston, Texas with my friend's borrowed truck. I'm loving it here. It is awesome. I intended to come out and vlog straight out of that brewery right behind me, but unfortunately, they got music blasting and you won't actually hear me in there, so that kills the backdrop a little bit. However, today we are going to discuss people. In fact, people don't change. That's what we're going to talk about. People do not change. If you think you could change a person, you are fooling yourself, and we're going to talk about why and how that impacts your role as a leader employing other people. See, here's the deal. When you employ someone, you have to understand their limitations and their capabilities and their desires to grow. Without understanding that, you can't be a powerful leader. Oh my God, there's motor noise that way and there's wind noise this way. I hope you can hear me. Okay, now let's talk about Barbara Corcoran, the famous real estate mogul. She made millions of dollars and she's got a name that nobody could spell, Corcoran. She laughs about it. I'm not making fun of her. She says it about herself. Now, she has an incredible talent for understanding the roles that people are good at, sometimes better than they understand it for themselves. She attributes a lot of her success to this. People would come in for an interview to work at her company, and she would say, you know what, I don't think the role you applied for is right for you. And then they would look all sad and like they're about to lose the job on the interview. And they show, but I have a job better for you that I think you do better at. And then she gets them that, and apparently she's successful at doing that, at reallocating people, because she's a big success, made millions of dollars in real estate that way. She attributes it to her ability to recognize people's traits. Ooh, a beautiful dragonfly, look at that beautiful thing. Recognize people's traits and be able to give them the roles that they really are better suited for. That's her traits. Now, people also have to want to change if you expect them to change. If they don't, forget about it. It ain't happening. Give you a great example. This is a story that was told to me from approximately the year 1930, firsthand by someone who was of geriatric age, who told me this story that really happened to her when she was a little child. She was in a European community where there were poor people begging, and they were sitting there with their kids who were minimally clothed in frigid winter European weather. Now, the kids had almost nothing on, and they were used as some mechanism to try to get people to give charity. Didn't think much of it, but her father apparently decided that, let me give some clothes to these kids because they're freezing, felt bad and all that. It came with a bag of clothes for all the kids. Next day comes by, the kids aren't wearing the clothes. They're back to being minimally dressed. And why do you think that is? Because as soon as they put the clothes on, people stop giving the charity. They don't want to change. That was a heartbreaking story, by the way. And I'm just kind of skipping the emotional part of it, but there was more to that twist. But either way, people don't change. They don't want to change. The kids had clothing. They were getting enough charity apparently to have clothing. They weren't wearing them because then they get less money that way. It's terrible. Some people just don't want to change. You could give a man as many fishing lessons as you want, but if they don't want to go fishing, they will not eat. And that's the way it is, especially if people keep handing them fish to eat. That's the way it works. People have to want to change. You can't change people. It's a full-time job just changing yourself. Do not expect to be able to change other people, especially if you're the employer and these are your employees. Now, the key here is the takeaway. You have to, when you hire people, understand and recognize where they're coming from and where they're trying to go. If they're simply just trying to make money for the day and they don't really want to be that leader, they don't want to grow in their role, they're happy where they are, don't push them to a leadership role no matter how good they are. I've had people work for me who are programmers, and no matter how good of a programmer they are, they said to me, I don't want to be the manager. I said, but you're better than everybody else on the team. Don't you want to manage a team? They said, no, I like programming. Don't change my role. So God bless them. I kept them, and they're the greatest programmers ever. However, I know other people who made those kind of people, the same type of person, management, that didn't fare so well. Really, it didn't. You don't give people jobs they don't want. You want to try to find a job that people are going to be happy doing and working every day doing that job. I am in Nowheresville, Texas, and it's really quite beautiful, I have to say. I just realized there's nothing around me. It is like 90 degrees here in Texas. I am over the moon because I'm coming from the cold New York. I'm so happy to escape that weather. Anyway, what I was saying was, okay, you have to understand that people will not change. If you come in late every single day, you can't expect them to be on time no matter how much disciplinary action you take as a senior leader. You cannot expect that. If someone never delivers their project on time, no amount of incentive you're going to give, no raise, no bonus, no nothing is going to make them deliver on time. Don't expect that. Okay, Einstein said stupidity is the expectation to get a different result by doing the same action. I'm probably misquoting him, but the gist of what I'm saying is exactly the same. You cannot expect people to change. As a leader, that's important. Now, you do have the options of talking to people and managing them properly and sort of guiding them, but don't expect that if the same guy who missed your deadline the last 3 times is going to suddenly start delivering on time. It's not going to happen. Don't even bother. Someone is known for saying, to love is to be happy with. You cannot expect someone to change to be the way you want them to. You have to be happy with the way they are. In the case of an employee, obviously you don't love them, but you still have the same tactics, okay? You have to be happy with what they are. Now, if you are the person leading people, you have to be able to manage your own expectations of what they're going to deliver. And also, you have to set the environment where if they don't deliver, they feel comfortable telling you, oh my God, I didn't deliver again. Because if they feel like they can't say that to you or there's going to be disciplinary action, you'll never know. It's not a healthy environment. Getting good news is easy because all you do when the employee tells you the good news is give them a pat on the back. There's no action that needs to be taken. But when they say bad news, like, oh my God, I didn't deliver, then you have to take action to corrective action and make sure that that's fixed. Whatever it is bad news is has to get remedied. So because there needs the remedy, you need to open up the lines of communication so they feel comfortable talking to you. If they don't feel comfortable, you're not going to be good as a leader. And that is the takeaway. Keep open the lines of communication. To love is to be happy with. Set your expectations correctly. Oh my God, this wind is beautiful, but it's blowing my hair around. Set your expectations accurately for the employees because you cannot change them. What they are is what they will be. Que sera, sera. Let live and let live. And that is the takeaway today. People do not change. It is a full-time job just changing yourself. And it's also a safer job to change yourself. And if you are such an altruistic person, you want to change other people, you're going to find out it is safer to change yourself and be selfish, because when you change yourself, you can only go up from there. But when you try to change other people, they resent you for it if they don't want it already. And if they do want it, they'll ask for it and they'll express their needs. And then you become genuinely altruistic. But trying to change people who don't want to be changed, that's a losing battle. And on those kind of, like, amazingly, I guess, downer words, let's end this beautiful video on this beautiful Texas plain of absolute nothingness behind me. Houston, Texas, everyone's got to come out here. The weather's marvelous. All right, yeah. Sign up to my, subscribe to my channel. I'm struggling with my hair, as you can see. Subscribe to my channel. See you all in the next video. Thumbs up. Share this with anyone you know, whether you think that they are living up to their expectations and you could help them get better or not. Sign up, subscribe, share, like. See you in my next video. Peace.
Yeah!